Canton Bourbon Boyz are back again with a little O.K.I today to do a little tasting. We'll talk about the brand a little bit and tell you whether it's worth a buy or not. Welcome back, everybody. O.K.I. O.K.I was a brand that everyone used to get all excited for about 4 or 5 years ago, maybe? Before New Riff was New Riff, they were sourcing some crazy bottles from MGP that just were to die for. And people couldn't get their hands on them. Tried a few of them at local bars, never was able to get a bottle of the original O.K.I, but as soon as New Riff came out with their new label, they discontinued the whole MGP program and came out with their own distillate and kind of moved forward that way, which I like in a way.
Still good stuff.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it's great how they did that. A lot of the companies that don't change the brand name and try to go from MGP to their own distillate, I think that could bomb. I mean,
some have bombed.
Yeah, you're all of a sudden your profile is completely changing because you're moving over to your distillate. I don't care if you blend a little bit or a lot. It doesn't taste the same as what you originally had in there.
Yep.
So after they...
Except BBC, they're doing some good things.
Yeah, Bardstown Bourbon Company is fantastic.
You got to start somewhere, though.
Yep. That's right. But O.K.I was a brand that kind of went gone for a little while, and then a couple people bought the label and tried to bring it back. So I had a few barrel picks of the O.K.I. I got one of them sitting back here. They were brutal. You're talking maybe 4-year-old MGP that was just absolutely rough. And it didn't do any service to the brand, what it originally was, which were 12, 15, 10-year-old barrels that were awesome. And they just brought a shitty single barrel selection kind of product out. So they finally came out with this O.K.I Reserve, a blended whiskey, and they blended a bunch of MGP products together to try to create a profile rather than picking some young whiskey to get this brand back in order. And it's a low rye bourbon, 8 to 10 years old, a high rye bourbon, 3 to 8 years old, a 95.5 MGP rye, obviously 9 years old, corn whiskey, 9 years old, and a light whiskey, 10 years old. So it's a bunch of MGP recipes blended together, and we'll see how it is.
Doing a little almost like Old Carter.
A little
bit of everything blended.
Yeah.
No melting pot.
What's the 2007 is the oldest, newest 2014.
Yeah.
Get your put on sugars.
That's a lot.
Yeah, you're talking the youngest in there is what, 7 years old?
Well, the youngest in there, they only got 2%, 0.2%.
Yeah.
In there is the youngest.
It's not that much.
It's weird why they did that.
I don't know. Maybe just to get a touch of that other recipe in there. Pretty light on the nose.
Very light.
Sugar's
Yeah, brown sugar.
I don't get a lot.
No, I get a very little bit of leather, a tiny bit of oak. It doesn't have a lot going for it on the nose. It's pretty light on the nose. I think, what are we at here? We're at about guessing 100 proof? Yeah, we're at 100 proof on here.
Yeah. I'm drinking.
I get some like licorice-y type notes, some corn.
I'm surprised you don't get that on the nose.
No kidding.
But you definitely get like the youthful corn tasting notes on it. Not young.
Not young.
No, but like almost like a sweet corn, a buttered sweet corn. It's good. Sugar, sweet corn.
Yeah, definitely a lot of sugar on the taste, which is good. Usually, like I said,
I like sweeter bourbons.
The young. When was this bottled?
I think this is probably last year's release.
Wow. So
because I think we got it in 2022. So bad.
If it's last year's release, your youngest is 8 years.
Yeah.
But it's only 0.2% of 8 year on there.
Yeah. And you got 2020 of 2009.
Still, it's not super complicated.
15 year.
It's light.
13 year is the biggest.
Yeah.
volume in there. Is it 13 years?
How much was this?
Yeah.
You remember?
I think this bottle is shit. I'm going to guess around 65, 70 bucks.
That wasn't bad.
No.
For what you're getting, year-wise,
Yeah.
is not bad. I mean, if you're a proof chaser, it may not be your thing for what you're getting value-wise.
It's not hot like that, but
Yeah. It definitely doesn't have a hug on it, but I mean, it's 100 proof, right?
Yeah, it's kind of wild. That corn flavor. I mean, the majority of the blend, it's not necessarily. It's coming from more of a rye type profile, but it's got this sweet cornness to it.
It doesn't have that bite like rye, though.
No, definitely not.
it's not. It's not super complicated.
Okay. Swirl it around a little bit, you can get a little bit of the rye. Yeah, definitely like sweet corn, a lot of sugar.
It's got this sweet and savory thing going on to it.
No burn, no ethanol,
No.
nothing like that. And it's for the neck pour people out there. It was a neck pour.
I get like a cedar wood almost.
I've never tasted cedar wood.
Almost what it would taste like. Almost
If you-
smells
if
like
you
inside
ate
of a
tree.
inside of a cigar box. Shoot on the inside of a cigar box.
Okay.
He's licked wood before. Relax.
Oh yeah, liquid. Oh, shit, right.
It's cool. I mean, I'm really not.
Not blown away.
I'm not like wow.
No.
That's why you said $65. Honestly, like you said, it had a light nose.
But this does beat, in my opinion, other bourbons for the price point.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bourbons out there that are going $70, $80 that I would rather have this over that.
They're trash. I've had some expensive bottles that are trash too, right?
Yeah.
You know, kid.
This is not trash though.
No, it's not
No,
trash.
this is pretty good.
Drink it again.
For the price, I'd say probably
I was just hoping-
$45, $50 bottle.
For the name alone, I was hoping to be a little more.
You were hoping to have that grand product like it was
a
before.
little more complicated than what it was. It got
A little
me-
more of a classic bourbon taste, but I mean, maybe this is what they were going for whenever they blended it.
Yeah.
Because definitely a lot of different bottles in there that they blended together to get this taste profile. It's not terrible, doesn't have the hug, 100 proof.
I'm getting a smokiness in my mouth.
Later?
That's
Later?
later. Yep.
I was almost say like some kind of like mint towards the back too, but I got a mint. I haven't had Newport yet, so I'm telling you it's mint.
All right. Well, not a bad. In our recommendation, it's a buy to try.
It's a body shot for
It's
sure.
worth it. So thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Go out and get yourself an O.K.I. and go ahead and pull the trigger. It's worth the pickup. It's probably not something to go stockpile. It's not gonna.
Don't wait in line for it.
Yeah, it's not something to wait in line for. But if you see it sitting on the shelf, it is worth a pickup and worth a try.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the videos. Stay tuned for our Cambridge event. We'll keep talking about that time and time again as the videos go on to get more people involved in that event. And that live event was a blast last year.
Follow us on Facebook.
We'll see you guys next time.